We are live. Welcome everyone to the Monday night live stream. Give it a few minutes for people to roll in. As always, today we're talking about plant and fish combos. Plant and fish combos. You're gonna have a couple ideas. You're gonna have a couple minutes to get your ideas ready because I want to hear them. Is my mic on? Yes. From Aquarium Co-op, welcome everyone who's coming over from the Aquarium Co-op stream. I appreciate it. Where's Bob at? I'm right here. I'm pretty sure I'm live. I don't like when people say stuff like that. Hey Bob, I know you love Shelly's. What did you do with your water to make them comfortable? I'm at 7.5. I just add crushed coral or rocks that raise pH is all. Pretty easy. Looks like I think we're live. Anyone say I'm live? I don't see or hear. I don't know. All good video and audio. All right. Somebody says we're good. Streetwise says I like combining fish and plants. You are Liben. Sounds good. It can't do anything about the looks. All right, you are live. I don't know why people are saying I'm not live when I'm live. All right. There we go. Jeez. If you are not live, refresh. If you are not in the live stream, refresh. Man, that was difficult. That's a good way to start. Jeez. Yeah, hit play if you don't see anything. Refresh. All that jazz. So again, get your ideas ready because I'm going to talk about something else real quick. And that is our shelter drive for anyone who has been gone the last month. I'm doing a donation, collecting donations for the local animal shelter that I volunteer at. This is the last week of donations all week long. There is an Amazon wish list that's been posted. Also, you can make donations directly to me via Steenfott Aquatics at PayPal, SteenfottAquatics@gmail.com. And also, for every new member, I will be matching 100% this stream and all week. So if people are watching this later and they say, hey, I want to help, hit that join button. It's $5. In addition to that $5, I will add another $5. So every new member essentially is $10 to the shelter. So hopefully we can pick up some new members. And we've started the members only streams, monthly. It's only monthly, but still better than nothing, right? And your face is shiny because the light is colored sweater and cap. I don't know. All looks good on my stream, so I don't know what to tell you. But we're gonna give this a few more seconds because I'm gonna play this video for you from the last time we did this, and then we'll get right into it. Got Jimmy behind the camera helping out. I got my nephew over here, Anthony, who spent a fair chunk of his own money to donate for us. We're just gonna start loading up. I told him I only had a few items.
A few.
Yeah, just a couple. My heart soars with the eagle's nest.
Thank you guys.
All right. There you go. There you go. I hope that inspired you to donate or whatever. But that's Jimmy Gimbel's sweet editing. So right away, 3 members, John, Michael, and Roxanne. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And this has been an interesting time for the shelter because we can't get new volunteers. They won't allow it. We've lost a lot of volunteers because of the current situation. So it's rough. Animals, we have a ton of animals. And yeah, anyways, I'm not going to hound you guys too much. Just that's my last spiel. So thank you guys for becoming members. I appreciate it. And let's talk about fish. So did you guys get your combos ready? I'm going to tell you my favorite combo, my absolute favorite combo. And it's one that I've never done ever. And it's simply because I can never find rope fish. But rope fish and jungle val, in my opinion, is one of the best combinations of fish and plants you will ever see. They used to have this in a display tank at Aquarium Co-op a long time ago. And when I worked down there, it was like one of the only reasons I would go into the store. It was just to look at it. It was so awesome. My heart soars with the eagle's nest. But yeah, just seeing those rope fish going in and out of the jungle val. I mean, anything is going to work, right? Sagittaria, Cryptspiralis, anything like that. Steel Angus says, Steenfott Aquatics. Yes, if you part of the reason I picked this topic is because I'm about to set up a ton of tanks and I'm, just trying to get suggestions. So tomorrow, I should say, I'm going to finish my 125. It's for a turtle, so can't do a lot of plants, but there's a lot of tanks being set up. So just looking for tips and advice. Steel Angus says Wisteria, Trident, Java Fern, which is one of my favorite. Trident and Needle Leaf, Cryptocorn, Red, Wendetii, some Hornwort, and Celestial Pearl Danios in a 10 gallon. Looking to add a new fish to this tank. Ideas and thoughts. Honestly, with CPDs, I would just do shrimp. I wouldn't do another type of fish. If you do another type of fish, I would do like dwarf Corydoras, Hastatas, Habrosis, Pygmy Cories, anything like that. All right, here's another new member. I'm just gonna call you Do because I don't want to butcher your first name. Number 4, I see Rach becoming a member. All right, and hopefully I didn't miss anyone. Oh, okay. Missed a lot of people. I'm going to have to go over here now. Rach, Do, Zelf, and John, Michael, Carol, Roxanne, and Fish Tank Barn with the $5 super chat. Carol Cox with the $2 super chat. Thank you. I got to do a better job at keeping track of this now. Anyways. Water Sprite. Dakota Smith says Water Sprite, Java Moss, and Guppies. That is an excellent combination as well. You can actually float the Water Sprite. You can attach the Java Moss, and you'll have a bajillion Guppies in no time. Rach says, look who joined the dream team. I'm in the house. Yes, you can come to the members-only live streams, the exclusive members-only live stream. There's also a lot of cool videos in the members-only sections that would only get like 500 views if I release them. So that doesn't mean that they're not good because I won't release them to the public. It just means that they're either not fish related or they're copyrighted, things like that. Bare Bottoms Aquarium says, ever owned Snow White cichlids? Is that the African Snow White cichlid? Is that the Pseudotropheus? I'm not sure. You'd have to spit out a scientific name for me. But either way, the answer is no. I've not owned anything that I could remember that looks like a Snow White cichlid. So I would say no. Who else did I see here that I haven't seen in a long time? KC Summers. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Good to see you. Been a while, my friend. Carolyn with the $10 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mike's Aquatics Things with the $1 super chat. Danny makes an excellent point right here. Says, bettas are amazing with lots of plants, how they prowl through looking for prey, and also how they sleep on the plants. I love things like Anubias and crypts just for bettas, specifically to watch them sleep on the leaves. Benjamin, welcome to the Dream Team, my friend. You know what? I was going to keep track. I didn't think I was going to actually get this many people, but I'll just count them at the end of the stream. I'm not going to keep track because I've already missed a couple. Rocco in Texas. What's going on, buddy? All right. You're great for helping the critters. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, Crystal D, here's another one. And oh man, I can never say this word, and I have no idea why. Anacharis. I really have to think about it. And least killifish. The little fishes will weave in and out of those curved leaves, which is so cool to watch. Yes, I would love to get the least killifish again. That's a fish I had about 4 to 5 years ago, and yeah, I know they're pretty common, pretty easy to find on Aquabid. It's just on the list to do it again. I feel like there's a lot with this hobby, or that happens a lot with this hobby, where you have a fish, you have it for a while, then you get rid of it, and then in like a couple years, you're like, I want to do that again. Yeah, Pseudotropheus Sokolophiae or something like that. Nope, I've never kept that one. All white fish have generally never interested me. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know. It doesn't do much for me. Like bettas that are all white. You know, I like the black samurai better, which is black and white. I think it's probably just all one color in general. Come to think of it, not just white. Yeah, fish that are just one color. Of course, there's so many fish that are just silver. Crystal, Dave, Dakota. Whew. Welcome. Like I said, be sure to check out those videos, and thank you. I appreciate it. Kara says, my dwarf neon rainbows look great with Bacopa Carolina. Carolina Forest. Before the plants blocked the light and the leaves melted, flagfish are good with Bacopa. They don't eat it. I would think flagfish might like go after Bacopa, but maybe not. Going between the plants and such. Yes, Bacopa Carolina is an awesome plant, and it's super easy to grow. Of course, if you do get that forest going, this is typical with any stem plant. When you get like a real bushy forest, you know, not enough light, it blocks the light. So like the bottom half of the stems just lose their leaves and they get real straggly looking. That's when you get something like a dwarf chainsword and put it in front of it, because they'll stay small. They'll cover up that mess. And so you'll have a bush of dwarf chainsword and then a bush of Bacopa or any stem plant. Peeps lost sheep. Welcome. Can I keep a single discus? Nah, they like company. I would never keep just one discus. Jamie Lee says, I just got 8 threadfin last night. Threadfin rainbows. Threadfin rainbows are really good in like, I mean they're good in like every planted tank, but I prefer plants like this Hygrophila pinnafinita, even though I can't grow it, and Anubias over stem plants with threadfins, because you want to be able to see them sparring. That's the thing about threadfin rainbows. You want to be able to see them. Cody with the $5 super chat says, what tetra would you put with a Shadontai puffer and a heavily planted 40-gallon breeder? Well, I'm really into ember tetras always. Probably one of my favorite tetras. I like red phantom tetras. I'm really into lemon tetras right now as well. So those would be 3 of my recommendations right there. The red phantom tetra, you don't see that a lot. I feel like it needs to be in the hobby a bit more. Xanadu, I'm gonna call you Xana. I'll just call you Doo. Says loves Bacopa Carolina. Yeah, super awesome. Joe says I murdered Bacopa. That takes work. My friend. My Java fern is thriving in my brackish tank. All right, that's awesome. I have some mangroves on the way as well. I'll keep you updated on my experience with brackish plants. Yeah, Danny, that would be cool. I've always heard people transitioning Java fern to brackish, but I've never actually seen it. I just see people talk about it on like forums and stuff. So, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. What else? Discus and bettas. Wait. I like my fish pack. Okay, is there something about double orange of the white clouds and ramshorn? Triple if you add orange shrimp. Streetwise, that is a great combination. Except my white clouds are red. Are you saying you have orange white clouds? Kevin agrees with me. He says red phantoms for the win. Yes, super awesome. Regina for dogs, cats, and bunnies. Thank you, Regina Phalange. Always appreciated. Norim Cloven. Hope I pronounced that right. And Bonnie Eden. Welcome to the dream team. All right. Hey, I should have done this from the start. This is working pretty good. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. And you guys need to go play somewhere else. All right. At least wait till the second half of the stream. Take your toys into a different room. That's not going to happen. Multi-hijacker with the $10 super chat. Hey, Bob, for the shelter, just got my fish from Petco. Got a German blue ram, oddly raised in 78 degrees Fahrenheit and 6 false rummy nose. I got to take my quarantine tank down in 3 days. Do I have time to get some Julii cories? I would say it depends on where you get them. If you're getting Julii cories from Petco or PetSmart, I would absolutely quarantine. In 3 days, probably not enough. As far as the German blue ram in 78 degrees, I have had really, really good luck with one of my wholesalers on their German blue rams and keeping them at 78 degrees. I've had some that I've had now in the fish room for like 8 months. And my fish room in the winter doesn't even get 78 degrees. It runs about 75. So yeah, they do well. They don't need that 84 degrees. Okay, we're just gonna go with the Enlichirai. Oh shoot, where'd that go? And Jungle Val is a lot of fun, especially when the valves get really big. Yes, that's kind of that same thing I said earlier, right? Rope fish, eels, bikers, anything in Jungle Val that's like snake-like. Joel says Monte Carlo Kambamba with guppies and plecos, my favorite combination. Whew. That sounds like a lot of fun. Not Monte Carlo. I kill that every single time. Only one time have I got it to live. It didn't grow, but it didn't die. Monte Carlo and Hygrophila pintavenita that's behind me. Those are just two plants that just can't do it. Just can't. Quirky Lemon says, anything I should know about keeping South American pufferfish in 40 breeder, i.e. water, food, plant, aquascaping? Not really. I mean, you're really looking at a pretty easy fish. It's one of those fish where you either get 1 or 6, first of all, or like one or a group of them. But otherwise, it's just a really easy fish. Some of them don't go after snails though. So keep blackworms or bloodworms, frozen bloodworms always on hand. But otherwise, I mean, it's a really easy fish. Bikers and bulbitis. Well-established bush of bulbitis, mind you, not a little sprig. A giant bush of bulbitis with bikers like sticking. I can just imagine this giant bush with like bikers just planted inside, sticking their head out, looking around. That would be pretty cool. I could see that. Tennessee says, I hate stupid people. I got your back anytime. All right. Cody says, yes, jungle vals are my favorite plants. Need to get some again. Yeah, I like that plant, but it's one that either loves me or hates me. Can I use root tabs in Aquarium Co-op Easy Green, Discus and Bettas? Yes, I use that combination all the time. Bob, any advice on pygmy corridoras? So the only advice I have for pygmy corridoras is make sure they get fed. I don't know, like if you have tetras or rasboras, rainbows, basically anything in that middle to upper water column, you know, Danios for one thing. You got to make sure you're getting food to the bottom. That's it. And one thing you can do is feed at night or feed Repashy. I have found Corydoras just love Repashy. I mean, basically every fish loves Repashy, but it's a really, really good food for Corydoras because it does sink. It goes to the bottom, and you know they're going to get it. And the thing I like, you could do wafers. There's lots of good wafers out there, but I like Repashy because it's soft. For some reason, I just don't like really hard wafers. You see, all right, you see them when you put the wafers in, and the Corys, they just kind of push them around, right? They don't actually eat them. They're just pushing them around everywhere until they finally soak up and dissolve. Whereas you don't have to wait for that with Repashy. So you can actually drop in Repashy, and right away you can see if they're eating or not. ISK 750. I don't know what an ISK is, but just bought a few fish today and wanted to add some of the fish from my other aquarium in them. How long should I wait? Thanks. So kind of the internet industry standard is 2 weeks. 2 weeks. To me, it depends on where I get the fish. Like, if I'm getting fish from Dean, I'm throwing them right in my aquarium right away. I'm not quarantining them. All right? You can get mad. You can say whatever you want. I'm not going to quarantine them. Even getting fish at the co-op, I'm not going to quarantine fish from the co-op because they already go through 2 weeks of co-op. They already get the med trio. So why am I going to put them through that stress again? I'm not. However, if I'm getting them from Petco, PetSmart, someone on Aquabid who I have no idea who they are, then I'm going to quarantine 2 weeks every time. Fish that I get in to sell are quarantined for a month before I sell them. So, being that I resell, I have to be extra careful. Quirky Lemon says, I tried feeding Repashy for the first time and the fish didn't take it. Do they need to figure it out as food or some fish just not like it? It can depend on the formula. Like, if you got bottom scratcher to feed, that's very specific for plecos. So maybe some other fish aren't going to like it. But like the community Repashy, I've had every type of fish eat community Repashy. So maybe they'll figure it out. The other nice thing about Repashy is that you can leave it in your tank for like 24 hours before it'll really start to soil your water quality. Eric says, which Repashy flavors do Corys prefer? Honestly, it depends. So if you're trying, like, I love to use spawn and grow because it's really fatty. There's a lot of protein and you can really fatten them up to spawn. Otherwise, just community. Everything eats community, like I said. And, when I have like a ton of tanks, so I can just buy the only two I buy 3. So I buy community, I buy spawn and grow, and I buy Soylent Green for plecos and shrimp. So, or bushy nose plecos specifically. I need help with my swordtails. 2 of the 4 still have black gravid spots when I bought them around 6 months ago. What do you think that is? That's just gravid spots. That's it. Nothing to worry about. No need to spam it 100 times, my friend. It's not urgent. All right, Michael says, thoughts on Phoenix planted plus 24/7 on a 125, Anubias, Jungle Val, Bulbitis, need 2 36-inch lights, and Fluval 2.0 are pretty pricey. Would have spent more on lights than tank and stand. So the Fluval, or the Phoenix 24/7, I got them when they first came out, and I was not impressed. And I gotta go take care of something. I'll be right back. All right, there we go. Had to close the door. All right. Whoa, somebody got deleted. Oh, yeah, that'll happen when you spam. Don't spam, folks. Don't spam. So anyways, thoughts on 24/7. Let me see how much they are, because when I bought them, they honestly weren't that much cheaper than the Fluval 2.0s. Phoenix 24/7. Also, just be aware, Phoenix, not a great company to deal with if you have issues. So Phoenix Planet Plus 24/7, 48-inch, $175. We need the 36-inch. Where is the 36-inch? Here we go. $130. Okay. Fluval. I guess it would be the 3.0 now. 36-inch. Actually, I think Aquarium Co-op has the cheapest price on those. Let's look. Fluval 3.0. 36-inch. 189. So, wait, I already forgot. So, like $60 more. I would probably start with one Fluval 3.0 and save up and get another 3.0. Honestly, I know it's probably not what you want to hear, but Fluval's tripping, but they do have way better support than Phoenix. If something goes wrong with your Phoenix, it's up to Phoenix on if they want to help you or not. Really, I used to be like the biggest Phoenix nerd ever. Every single light in my fish room was Phoenix, and then they changed how they did customer service, and it just went downhill. The only light I like now is the original Phoenix Stingray from Phoenix. So it's hard for me to to promote them in any way because their customer service is just awful. Absolutely awful. And if you know anything about me, I'm all about customer service. Christian, welcome to the Dream Team. Another match for all the new people here. All new members are getting matched to a donation to the shelter that I work at. So if you spend the $5, that $5 goes to the shelter, and then I pitch in an additional $5, and it goes to my shelter. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Rach with the $5 super chat says, "You're such a good guy." Well, that's up for debate. Michael says, "I've definitely heard all sides at this point. Thanks, Bob." Yeah, I mean, and realistically, like, the odds that you'd ever have to deal with Phoenix customer service, probably pretty low. But for me, it's just about the principle of it. Like, I would rather buy one of the knockoff no-name brands 24/7 lights. Well, I probably wouldn't go that far because those things get insanely hot, and I don't trust them for blowing up and burning down my house. But anyways, ask Danny if Fluval be tripping. Fluval's tripping. I can't wait till somebody comes out with a good light that can replace Fluval. S says, anything cool popping up on your wholesale list? Just reptiles. Some really cool river turtles, which are... it's not the fly river turtle. It's the painted river turtle. But they still get like 2 feet, and it's tempting. It's tempting. There are some pretty cool reptiles out there right now. And, yeah. But, gonna wait till spring. Melissa, welcome to the Dream Team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Another $10 to the shelter. I appreciate it. I really do. 100% ammonia would have to be dosed at 4 drops per 10 gallon. I'm missing out on that conversation. Malta Hijacker says, "Hey Bob, Dwarf, Flag, Akaras, and Scarlet Temple." Scarlet Temple, I don't know what it is about Scarlet Temple. I've grown it, and it's grown really well, and I've also gotten it, and it just dies off. But it is a cool plant, and that would be a cool combination for sure. Xana Doo-Doo, do you do the things that you do? It says Stingrays, 236 and a 48. Wait, two Stingrays from Corey, 236 and a 48 on the way. Awesome. Dean and I just did a video on the Stingray, and yeah, it was pretty fun. We made a I say we, but I just stood around. Dean made a dimmer for it, so that video should be coming out pretty soon. If you have a Phoenix light, I would watch out for that because it's pretty cool. Another great combo: sparkling gourami and honeywort, or guppy grass. Danikin Aquatics is here. What's going on, buddy? Or, well, I don't care which one of you it is. I'm still going to call you buddy. L. Churchill with the $20 super chat says, for the shelter, love that you do that, man. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And Norm Cloven with another 750 ISK. I'm going to have to look that up. Where's that from? Somebody tell me where that's from. I've probably already had about 50 people tell me where that's from, but yeah, I missed it. I bought a small plastic tank and I'm cycling. What do you recommend for cheap lighting? And ISK, oh, maybe I should have just read the comment. ISK is Icelandic currency. Ooh, I would love to go there someday. Oh, man. Honestly, you could get some pretty inexpensive cheap clip-on lights. Well, I mean, I don't know anything about Iceland, so maybe it's not cheap. But yeah, there's some, you can just get like a desktop gooseneck, a clip-on gooseneck, and just a regular light bulb, LED light bulb. And you can get something like that, at least here, for under $20 for just a cheap plastic fish tank. Fishless Clive, $5 says to go to your thing. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. All right. Fish Room Fever with the $1 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Had a lot of fun on your stream on Thursday night. Can't wait to do it again. I like going on your stream because I don't have to do anything. I can just sit there and stare at nothing. What plants do Bozeman like? Anything. The only thing I don't like doing with Rainbowfish actually is I don't like doing tall plants with Rainbowfish, surprisingly enough. It looks cool. It's nothing wrong. I just like to have that upper water column completely empty for the Rainbowfish. And it's because if they get frightened or if they just see food and a lot of times they just dash. And if they dash into like a wall of plants, they think they can just keep going through that wall of plants. But no, they'll just boop right into the glass, and they always injure their mouths. So I like to keep it all wide open so you don't, like, all this wood that's on top up here, I would hack all that off. So yeah, I try not to do tall plants with Rainbowfish, specifically for that reason. I think I missed did I miss a $20 super chat from Aquarium Co-op? Perfect time to become a member and donate to the shelter. Whew, thank you. All right. All right. Ooh. I'm just going to say, I would completely butcher that name if I even try. But it says, orange, glow light, tetra, and hornwort. They chase each other through it. It's like an obstacle course. Yeah, glow light tetras are awesome. Glow light tetra and Anagalodia, which is an orange plant, would be really cool. Because, glow lights are orange. Well, they have orange stripes. So that would be a really cool combination. Melissa L says, have you had success growing plants with those desk lamps? Yeah. So if you're looking, I don't know why I'm looking around. I'm looking around for a bowl. Like I'd have like a small, I don't know what size he said, but he says it's just like a small, plastic aquarium. And I'm thinking maybe a gallon or two. It doesn't take hardly any light to penetrate a gallon or two. So, you could even set it by the window if you get sunlight and you wouldn't need a light. So, anyways, that's how I took it. Anyways, I've had luck with, Mike says, what's up, Mike? I have had luck with fish that are tough to spawn with a 24/7. The transitions of light period seem to make them spawn. I could believe that. And that's another thing why I don't like, with rainbows, I like that whole upper column to be blank, because when the lights come on, it does scare them. So, mainly Betta says you absolutely can use easy green with discus. Yeah, I don't know why you couldn't. You see all those insane planted discus tanks, those are all getting way more fertilizers than what's in easy green. So yeah, I don't know why you couldn't. All right. Michael Faulkner's Maze. Anyone know where that's from? For the pups. Thank you with the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Lewis 500 says cockatoides, which is Epistogramma cockatoides, and autosynclus would stay good together. Yeah, you'd be all right. The only issue you would have is if they start breeding, the apistos, that is, and an autocinchus came close to their breeding cave, you might have some issues, but they won't kill it. They'll just scare it off. Denikin Aquatics says, hit the like button. Yes, hit that thumbs up. Definitely. That's great. Rena, what did I miss? Believe it or not, I just got my first Rainbowfish, Irian red, and a yellow one. Don't know the name of that one. I really love them. It's probably just the yellow Rainbowfish. But get yourself a couple more, and you'll love them even more when they start swimming around and schooling. Yeah, Irian reds are really nice. Yellows are really nice. I mean, they're all pretty good. Bob Vance of Vance Refrigeration says, Steenfott Aquatics, my girlfriend is going to the store and asked if I needed anything. If you could only get one thing from Safeway right now, what would it be? What a weird question. Probably the most expensive steak they have. Actually, probably not even that. I would probably do like a New York. I'm not greedy. Just a New York would be fine. All right, I'm scrolling to the bottom. Sorry if I missed. If I missed your comments, it's not personal. You know, there's lots of people here. So if I missed your question, keep asking. I'll hopefully see it eventually. Hopefully. No guarantees, though. Don't nerd rage. Don't rage quit if I don't get your question. There's always next week. Sandra Martin, welcome to the Dream Team. I appreciate it. Another $10 for the shelter. All right. Steak. Yep. Small plastic tank, about 5 gallons. Yep, 5 gallons. Desk lamp. I mean, I've got these little clip-on LED lights here that were like, I don't know. Well, I would move them, but it would completely screw up my green screen. So, but they're like $13, just clip-on. They're USB, but you know. What is my favorite plant for discus? So I'm not much of a discus person. I think I would say the only discus I would ever own are Dean's Wild Caught discus. Those are amazing. So I've never really thought about it that much, but if I was to do a discus tank, I would only use Anubias. That's it. I would have a big centerpiece piece of wood like this, like behind me, and I would just cover it in Anubias, and just as that grows in and fills in, I think it would look really cool. Nerd rage. Got my first rainbow fish too. Any ideas on breeding a blue spotted eye rainbow fish? The spotted blue eye rainbow fish. I'm guessing that's the pseudo-McGill, and they're not that hard. The hard thing is it's easy to get them to spawn. It's going to be harder to get that to raise the fry. But get yourself, you're going to need some really, 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 really small foods. You could try like 50 to 100 micron golden pearls if you don't want to do live, but otherwise you're probably going to have to find some live foods. What is an alternative to liquid fertilizers for planted tanks? Also, yellow rainbow equals the Herbert Axelrod eye. That is true. The only alternative to liquid fertilizer is dry fertilizer, right? The only advantage of dry fertilizer for me is when you have a billion tanks, because dry fertilizers are way cheaper, but excuse me. So dry ferts are way cheaper. I mean, you can buy them in bulk, but then you have to mix them and you have to, measure them. So if you only have like 1 or 2 tanks, I think liquid's the way to go. It's just way easier. But the other nice thing about liquid fertilizer or dry is that you can customize your fertilizer to your specific water. So even in my heavily planted days, I always have to add potassium because my water has no potassium in it. Really overgrown where'd that comment go? I just lost that comment. Alex, welcome to the Dream Team, my friend. I appreciate you joining. Why don't I see that comment? Joel says, Bob, are you using Sea Chem Librium? That can help your plants big time. Yes, back in my planted tank days, like heavily planted, like all the super rare stuff, I did use Equilibrium. And I've said that many times. It's the only product for plants from Seachem that I like. All their other stuff is kind of subpar, in my opinion. Good to know about the yellow rainbow fish. Thanks. Yes, Melanotania, Herbert Axelrodi. Root tabs allow for the cheaper gravel substrate options as well. Yes, well, yeah, root tabs. I didn't even get into root tabs. Root tabs for crypts and swords. Yeah, that's a big thing for those. What's affordable light for dwarf hairgrass? Well, there's more to consider than just hairgrass. Obviously, the taller your tank is, the better the light you're going to need. So, like dwarf hairgrass and a 20 long, you could do with a Phoenix Stingray. Dwarf hairgrass and 120, you're going to need some Fluval 3.0s probably. Oh, here we go. Really overgrown another word I can't say. Micranthemum brosum and peat blackwater tank with a large school of chili rasboras is the perfect combo. I could see that. I wish I could see that. Sounds really cool, but like picturing it in my head, all rasboras, well, I'm not gonna say all, but most rasboras look really good in blackwater tanks. You can really get the color part of rasboras with some good RGB lighting. Yeah, looks really good. Connor says, are dwarf chain swords easy to keep and grow? Yes, in my opinion, they are. That's another one that I'd probably use root tabs for if you're having difficulties. Root tabs, I would still use liquid fertilizer, but yeah, I would say that's on like the easy, just barely in between, maybe barely hitting that moderate, medium kind of difficulty plant, but generally pretty easy plant. Emily MG says, thoughts on the Night Crew lights? I don't like them. It's a really good light that produces a ton of par. However, the ones that I have get insanely, ridiculously hot, and I can't trust them. A lot of these eBay, knockoff, they're not really knockoff lights, but your Beamsworks, your Night Crew, a lot of them are not insurable in the U.S. So if they do burn down your house or your apartment, your insurance is not going to cover it. They're not certified. So for me, that's definitely something to worry about. The average person, probably not, but they do get hot and insanely hot to the touch. I actually, one time on accident, I had a roll of saran wrap, and I set it on the tank, but it was like angled onto the light, and I didn't pay attention, and I came back, and like the whole end of that was like singed and melted. Those cardboard boxes of saran wrap are pretty thick, and it burned through that, and it was just a mess. And I was like, yep, don't really want to use these lights anymore. Mains, tails, ferns, and fins. How's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. If we talking lights, Current USA got great ones and they have great customer service. So I would have to disagree. Granted, it's been a while, but I have done par testing on Current, and the par ratings on Currents are pretty bad. So again, I haven't tested any of the Current model, so maybe it's changed, but I'd be going in with very low expectations if I had a Current light currently. But a lot of people do swear by them, but yeah, it's probably not a light that I would do. They offered to send me some lights, and I was like, no thanks. Sorry, but no thanks. Is it true about insurance companies not covering the lights? Yes. I'm sure someone in chat knows, but there's some kind of certification that they need to be insured in the U.S., to be insurable in the U.S. So it's I don't know what it is. Someone. Aquanites are not covered as far as I know. It'll say it's a certification. Man, someone's got to know. Jerry says, tips for Anubias, not a joke. I keep most plants alive, but 90% of Anubias I buy rots. Wow. So that is a really easy plant to grow. It's also, in my experience, a plant that doesn't like a lot of light. So low light, okay. Medium light, okay. Some Anubias in high light, high-tech tanks just melts for me just almost instantly. Not instantly, but in my experience, in my water, they don't do well in high light. Holy smokes, Andrew Miner with the $50 super chat. Bob doesn't do it for the fame, not for the glory, but because it's the right thing to do. That's where I'll put my money. This is for the shelter. Thank you, Andrew. I'm very honored that you say that about me. Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. Anytime I get a big super chat, and then in addition to what you said, I don't really know what to do, but thank you. I appreciate it. That's going to go a long ways. So thank you very much. And Rescue Dog Treats with the $5 super chat holiday. Happy holiday for the pups. Thank you very much. Rescue Dog Treats has been around my channel since almost the inception of my channel. That's crazy. But thank you. Jerry says, yeah, I've been watching replays, but I've been too busy lately to tune in live. UL rated. There we go, John. UL rated is what it needs to be. Yeah, the UL listing also came up because of Sun canister filters. Yes. Thank you. UL rated. If it's not UL rated, you will not get reimbursed, and you will have to pay for an entire apartment complex if you burn it down. I feel like my chair is like angled forward because I'm like sliding out of it. Oh, man, what's going on here? I really need a new chair. Can you put Pracox rainbows in a 55 with 3 angels and blood parrots? Oh, the only thing I would be worried about is the blood parrots. I've never kept blood parrots, so I can't say one way or the other. Maybe some people in chat have had some success, but otherwise, yeah. I don't know about the blood parrots, to be honest. Sorry. Wish I could help you there. Angelfish, perfectly fine. I have dwarf pracox with angelfish, with Leopoldine angelfish right now, and never had an issue. Hey Bob, I'm setting up a new 10-gallon tank. Nice. And the stocking would be my betta and 2 or 3 monos, and I want autos. So how many auto cichlids should I stock? I would do at least 3, but I would wait a very long time. I would really test your patience, because auto cichlids are a fish that do really well in really seasoned tanks. Yeah, for some reason, well, I know why, but they don't do well in newer tanks because there's not enough biofilm, there's not enough natural algae. You can throw in wafers, rapashi, but for some reason, it doesn't seem to matter with autos, at least for me in my experience. So I usually like to wait about 6 months before I add autos, personally. All right, 1500 ISK, Icelandic ISK. I have 8 cories in my 26-gallon, 100-liter tank and 5 guppies. How many cories would be appropriate to add to that tank? You already have 8 26 gallons. You might already be there. You might do 12, but again, it depends on what type of cories, right? Panda cories are small, stir-by cories are huge. Obviously, pygmy cories are super small. So if you're talking like stir-by cories, I probably would keep it right around 8 to 10. Panda cories, you can maybe start getting to that 12 to 14 range. And then if you're doing like pygmy cories, I mean, you can have like a 20. Those things are super small. Christian Y with the $5 super chat says, what's a good insurable light for low-tech plants now that I'm getting rid of my night crews? So I haven't made a video of it yet. And I do have... So I picked up a Phoenix Stingray 1, not the Phoenix Stingray 2, the original Stingray. And so far, I think I'm in week 3, and I love it. I love the RGB, the simplicity. I mean, it's an LED light. Of course, it's simple. But so far, I'm liking it. We'll see. But that's kind of my go-to right now. And I'm hoping that we can do all Phoenix Stingray in Danny's fish shed. Hopefully. We'll see. Adds up quick. I give my autos mulberry leaves. They love it to keep them fat and busy. Oh, there's a nice little trick for you. Mulberry leaves for auto sinkless. I've never actually done that before. And then Kevin Rosenberg says, Botanicas help autos very much. They eat the biofilms. There you go. Get yourself some catappa leaves, mulberry leaves. Yeah. I've actually never even thought of that before. I don't know why. Jacob says, hey, Bob, I'm setting up a new 10-gallon tank and stocking would be my... Oh, I already read that one. Moving on. Streetwise, patience, algae, and biofilm are all essential for auto sinkless and shrimp. Yep, I definitely agree. However, I feel with shrimp, you can give them rapashi, you can give them wafers, but definitely best to wait. I mean, yeah. Just be patient. How about boosters? Will they melt away in high light setup? What's the best setup for them? I have not had that experience with boost. They seem to do well in high light, high-tech tanks. Pleasantly planted waters. Evening, Bob. I've been stuck on lots of hygros with Venezuelan and orange laser cories. All that orange is nice on the varieties of green from hygros. Yes, I remember Corey had a tank of orange lasers. And he didn't have plants, but he had this giant ball of green spawning mops in there. And yeah, it looks cool. It definitely does. Xanadu says, love the stingrays. Aquarium Co-op has them cheap. There you go. There you go. I have 30 pandas in my 55. It's so awesome. Pandas only. I want to try panda cories again. I don't know why. I've never done well with panda cories, but... I've kept them in cooler water. I know that's the trick to panacories, but for some reason, it just doesn't work out for me. How can I make a carpet for my discus tank? Lots of light, my friend. Lots of light. And CO2 is usually very good for carpeting plants. CO2. Any recommendations for a bottom cleanup crew for Mbuna's tanks? Yes. Bristlenose, bushy nose. Bristlenose, bushy nose plecos? Bristlenose plecos, an armored catfish. They can take a beating from Mbunas, but generally Mbunas leave them alone. So, yep, I would do bushy nose plecos, and that's what I have done in the past. I'm not sure how to spell rapashi, and I was looking into purchasing some and have no idea where I can get it for my cories. You can get it at Aquarium Co-op if you just go. Let's see. I probably should be showing this to you, but there you go. I think I can. It's this right here. There you go. Rapashi, R-E-P-A-S-H-Y. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, it's if you've never used it, as it says, it's an omnivore, well, this specific type, but it's a gel premix. So it comes in powder form. You mix it with water, and you heat up water and then mix it. So just keep that in mind. Hope that helps. Gotta get my chat back. Hey, Bob, you ever get Hera Giardini Asian stone catfish in stock? No. I mean, I could if I ordered it, but... Rainbowfish are kind of my thing, and so I'm really narrowing down my stock list to just rainbowfish, unfortunately. Or fortunately, if you like rainbowfish. Hey, Bob, you ever get... Oh, wait, I just read that one. For 33-gallon long, is it okay to hang on... Is it okay... Wait. 2 hang-on back filters and a 33-gallon long. Is it okay? Yes. Yes. Now, I probably wouldn't do like 2 AquaClear 110s, but 2 smaller hang-on back filters, no problem at all. How can I trigger Cory cats to spawn? Okay, so I don't know where you live or what your weather is like, but the trick is to wait till it rains, do a big water change with colder water, and throw in a lot of food. And that usually gets them to spawn. Make sure you use Bob's affiliate link for the co-op. I have no affiliate. I am not an affiliate to the co-op. I am a supporter of the co-op. I'm a brand ambassador to the co-op, but I'm not an affiliate. Hey Bob, how would you get rid of red algae? Would easy carbon work? It's my pea puffer tank. It would, but I think that hydrogen peroxide would work better. I don't know how much of it you have. Okay, if you have a lot of it, I would dose easy carbon. If you just have like a few spots in here and there, I would just spot treat it with hydrogen peroxide. Are there any good schooling fish for a 5.5 gallon? No, it's just too small. You can get shoaling fish, but I mean, how long is a 2.5 gallon? Like, is it even a foot long? It's just not enough room to school. So you can get small fish that are schooling fish, but they're not going to school. That's just not enough room. Does that mean you no longer plan on doing the Endler mutts? I'm still doing the Endler mutts. I'm growing them out right now. I'm done shipping for the rest of the year. So I know I'm not adding them to the website because I don't want people to buy them because I'm not going to ship them anyways. So yeah, when the holidays are over, when the weather, is back to shipping friendly, then yes, although there will be some new fish coming to the website. I have new rainbows that are not on the website, but again, like I said, I'm just not adding anything new to the website right now. Does anyone know Ginger Graves? Ginger, here, this is just for you. Enjoy your gift from Ginger Graves. I did get it. So thank you for your donation. She used the Amazon wish list and sent some stuff for the shelter. So thank you. And now I lost your comment. There we go. Does anyone know if Prime expires within a certain period of time after opening? It's like years. I just found a bottle that must be 2 years old based on where it was on the shelf. Honestly, I've heard people say that it lasts forever, but I would never risk it. I mean, a bottle of Prime is like $10. I would just rather buy a new bottle. Or a can of Safe is like $8. Yeah. So from what I've heard, it lasts a very long time, but why risk it for $10, right? You probably, I know you have like, I know you have lots of fish. And so why risk it? How are the black Moscow guppies, Bob? I think I have like 4, maybe. Bob, what are your thoughts about the red-eye red-tail puffers? I think they're pretty cool. I'm kind of at my max, though, on puffers that can only be in tanks by themselves. My hairy puffer, as far as I know, the red-eye red-tail is not community-friendly. I could be wrong. I'm definitely not an expert on that puffer, but I think that's one of those that are like, anything you put into it, it's going to kill. Ginger says, I ran out of the chlorinator and I have 1 tank left to fill up. Whew. Go with the gamble. I don't know. Danny Does Life says, evening guys, listening to Water Change. Happy Monday. Welcome to the show. What else do we got here? Fishless Clive says, another donation for the shelter, even though first super chat disappeared when top bubble faded. Oh man, did I miss a super chat? I'm sorry. They're not like, normally it'll tell me the whole list, but the whole thing is blank right now, so I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Holy smokes, we have 186 likes. We only need 14 more likes. We also have 378 people here. We got an hour to go, so maybe share it out. Give me some free marketing. I'd appreciate it. And let's just get back to the stream. If you had to pick one, Corydoras pygmaeus or Corydoras habrosus. Habrosus all the way. Yep. I love pygmy Corydoras, but I love the look of habrosus. So I will say, in my experience, pygmaeus are way more hardy. So keep that in mind. John says, does your dog steal your heat? Mine lays directly over the main heat vent in my house. No. I have one dog that just lays wherever he feels like it. He'll be up like walking around and he'll be like, all right, I'm just going to lay down. Doesn't even care where he's at. He just lays down. And then my other dog will always lay down wherever I'm at. Doesn't matter where. He'll just lay down. Fishless Clive. If I did miss an earlier super chat, I do apologize. I'm really sorry. But thank you. Brian says, sorry, Bob, I got the like now. Sweet. I'm going to refresh this. If the stream drops, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right. Refresh. Everything is back now. Okay. Oh yeah, $5 Fishless Clive to go to your thing. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Sorry I missed that too. Steenfott Aquatics, I know you like Eco Complete. Would you use it with coolie loaches? I don't think I would. I think I would stick with sand. Coolie loaches, they love to burrow, and they could burrow in Eco Complete, but why make it harder for them? Rach says, hi, Danny. Floof will be tripping. I think I heard your voice in Bob's video with Dean and Lumpy. Yep. That was her. Unfortunately, I only have 2 microphones, and so I should have just mic'd up her and Dean instead of me, because I never really say anything worthwhile, but I made the wrong choice. Could I put 6 pencilfish with 3 Ramazirii rams and 3 rainbow cichlids in a 40-gallon? Your rainbow cichlids might have an issues. Your rams won't. But I would probably do more than 6. And I wouldn't get them if they were like really small. How many panicories would I put in a heavily planted 29 with cardinals and platies? Probably like 8-ish, 8 to 10. Ginger says, hi, Danny Does Life. I love seeing your fish shed developed. Yep, and she changed it all again. Wouldn't you know it? I'm surprised she's only done it once, but you saw the video we did like 3 weeks ago. It's all completely different now. So that'll happen, though. That'll happen. Does anyone know of lapis luster equivalent that is accessible in the Midwest? Does anyone know of lapis luster? Man, I feel like that stuff is hard to get for anyone that doesn't live in the Northwest. I don't know why. We have a ton of it here, and it's everywhere. We even have some Home Depots that sell it. Of course, not the one in my town, but there are some Home Depots in Washington that even sell it. But you go outside of the Pacific Northwest, and that stuff is like the rarest substance on earth, I swear. Hey, Bob, what can I add to my Oscar tank that will clean and not get harmed? Probably nothing. People will tell you common plecos. I don't promote common plecos. Oscars are one of those fish that can be fine, and then one day they kill everything. So, yeah, maybe it's going to be a big pleco, and I don't like it. So, I got nothing for you. But maybe a common or a sailfin if you have a large enough tank. Have you had avocado puffers? Nope, I've never kept avocado. The only puffers I kept are pea puffers, hairy puffers, Amazon puffers, and of course my Mabu puffer. I can't wait to buy a house and stop spending $600 a month on a fish room. You're just going to be transferring that money into water, electricity. There's always an expense. Whether you own a house or rent, doesn't matter. 6 Geophagus Tapajos and 6 electric blue cara in a 6-foot, 90-gallon long-term. Okay. 6-foot, 90-gallon. That to me is going to be, I don't know what the dimensions are, but it sounds maybe long and skinny. And you might have some issues with that aspect of it. Overall, 90 gallons is big enough for that. I would just be mindful of, I think it would, if it's a square tank, 90-gallon square tank, well, that would be really shallow. So no, it's got to be a long tank, right? I don't know. Geophagus get pretty big. I'm imagining a very narrow tank at 6 feet and 90 gallons. I'd probably go something smaller. Just me. What is my favorite rainbow fish? I don't really have a favorite. Radinocentris are my favorite. Parkinsoni. are up there at the top. Yellows, the Herbert Axel Rod Eyes up there at the top. Bosemani. I mean, they're all awesome. You can't go wrong. How do you clean a used 100-gallon tank without soap? Distilled white vinegar and lots of elbow grease. You can bleach. Just make sure you use a dechlorinator afterwards, like Safe or Prime. Brian says, can I make a carpet without CO2? Yes, without CO2, you'll need adequate light. So, I mean, I don't know what plant you're using. You didn't specify. But just be mindful, without CO2, carpeting plants take forever to grow and spread. But it is possible. It just takes way, way longer. Steenfott Aquatics, looking for orange and black variety of Parkinsoni. Will you ever have any or have a source? So sourcing the orange ones reliably are going to be pretty tough. I know there is some Gary Lang strain Parkinsonis floating around in the hobby that are orange. I'd have to track them down again and see who has them. When you order from the wholesaler, they're almost always going to be yellow. So yeah, it would take some work. So probably not anytime soon. But it is something that I want to get a hold of and breed myself eventually, because I mean, they're one of my favorite rainbows. So Rach says it's time to make another video of Danny's fish room. I figured you already knew them all. What? Time to make another video of Danny's fish room. I figured you already knew them all. Knew what? I'm so confused. I don't know what that means. I would make another video, but all the tanks are empty, so not much progress from the last video. Decided to tear down and redesign the racks for the 10th time yesterday. Last one, I swear. I fit more tanks, though. Steenfott Aquatics, what plants do you recommend for a carpet? If you're talking without CO2, micro chainsword or dwarf hairgrass will do well in medium light, no CO2 with ferts, but again, it'll just take forever. So if you're patient, that's fine. Or if you're super rich, you can just buy a ton of it. Alex says, hey Bob, do you have any suggestions for indoor pond that holds about 10 gallons? 10 gallons. I live in an apartment. That's the biggest I can do. Yeah, you just go to Home Depot and get the black tubs with the white lids. I don't know what name brand it is, but a lot of people use those for ponds. I don't know what sizes they come with. I buy the 17-gallon ones and the 25-gallon ones personally. Not for fish, but I know one time I had something happened in one of my tanks that I had to tear it down real quick. So I went and got one of the 55-gallon black tubs, and that held up just fine. So yeah, it's just the black ones with the white lid or yellow lids. Yeah, I think there's like a 7-gallon one, a 12-gallon one. Yeah, but I would just look at Home Depot. Hey Bob, my friend, do you have to quarantine nearite snails? I do. There was one time I got a shipment of nearite snails, and I put them in the tank, and all my fish died like the next day. Now, I don't think it was anything that the nearite snails came in with. It was probably just something in the waters. You cut the bag, you drain it into a net, you put the snails in the tank. Some water is still going to get in there, right? So some of the nasty water from the wholesaler. And I think that's what happened. I don't think it was the snails that did anything, because last I checked, snails can't really... If a snail is diseased, it won't pass to the fish, I believe. Had geophagus and we'll get close to 6 inches. Need 18-inch depth tank for a group of 6, and they will constantly move and sand around. Nice colors though. Yeah, if you're talking about the long skinny tank, like I said, 18-inch front to back is probably like the minimum for geophagus. White cloud minnows are great for indoor pond. That's what I did. Yep, white cloud minnows, guppies, endlers, shrimp, all pretty awesome. So much you can do. Oh, DC Kyle says, I'm getting 10 horn neorites tomorrow. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, if you have a quarantine tank, I would just dump them in there. I mean, if you have the tank anyways, why not quarantine? Cody says, hey, I'm back. What's going on? I'm going to take a look here. See how many members we've gotten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 members. Oh, that's, what is that? $80? Whew. Dang, thank you. I appreciate it. What's a good option for a DIY lid to turn a normal 75-gallon aquarium into a ball python habitat with plants so light needs to get into it? I don't know where you are, but in my area right now, glass is pretty cheap, and it doesn't cost much to go to a glass shop and have them just cut the glass for you. You could do the sunlight panels from Home Depot. Some people don't like the way they look. I like them just fine. Yeah, or you could build a cardboard top and cut out spots for the lights. Not cardboard, plywood. I'm trying to breed horned neorites in my brackish tank. We'll see how it goes. Good luck, man. Good luck. I heard it's pretty difficult. What plants do I recommend? I already answered that one. Marion, number 17, 3 more for 20. All right. Thank you. And definitely be sure to check out the members only videos. I feel like there's some value there. There's some fun videos out there. If you're close to me, I got one. I'll sell you real cheap. Matter of fact, I have 2. I don't know who you're talking to or what you're selling, but there you go. If you're close to him, he'll sell them to you for cheap. Hi, sir. Can I keep more than one spawning mop in a 55-gallon well planted with 3 pairs of Bomanis? Yes. You could fill that whole thing up with spawning mops if you want to. It just depends on how much work you want to do, really. I have some salt in QT right now for fish, so maybe it's accidentally brackish. It has to be marine salt, not any other salt. It has to be marine salt for it to be brackish. Plant seeds are a joke. Plant seeds, don't buy plant seeds online. They're a joke. Dwarf sage is easy to carpet with decent light and sand bed. Yes, but dwarf sage doesn't always stay dwarf. Just did a fish room tour with Dean, who has dwarf Sagittaria that goes all the way to the top, and I've had it too. So, yep. Andrew says acquired a 90-gallon with sump. Figure it would be perfect for cichlids. If I want to do plants, is Lake Malawi the way to go? So any of the lakes will do just fine. I feel like you'll have better luck with actually Lake Tanganyika cichlids as far as them not eating your plants, because that's kind of an Mbuna thing to do. But I've done plants with Mbunas just fine. The secret is a high vegetable diet. So lots of greens and keep them well fed, and they won't go after the plants. Seeds sort of work-ish. Yeah, it's one of those, like, you could order like 10 packs of seeds and one of them might grow. Oh man, holy smokes. I live in Australia and a 10-gallon tank is $260. That's insane. I'd be all over the tubs. I don't know how much a 17 or 25-gallon tote is, but that's what I would be doing for sure. Ooh. Oh. Can't he beat me? Bad joke, but right. Thank you, and thanks to Bob too. I forgot about that detail. I missed that one. We recommend the fire, Bigfoot, and tadpoles. Well, that video is now public, actually. So yeah, I did make that video public. Does anyone know where I can get aquatic isopods in Washington State? I don't. I got mine from Dan's Fish, and the tank I put them in now has goldfish in them, so there are probably none left. I I haven't seen any for a while. I don't know anywhere in Washington State, my friend. Hey, Bob, noticed a little cyanobacteria forming in a low-tech tank. Do you think dosing Marysville would be okay to my fish to knock it out quick or easy? No. Do hydrogen peroxide. It'll kill it off right away. Easy peasy. Hydrogen peroxide works like a charm. Hit it now before it takes over for sure, because that stuff gets nasty, really nasty. Don't ignore it. Depending on where it is, like for me, a lot of times it'll start on the substrate and I just scoop it out. I just take a scoop of that substrate and just take it all out. Curtis says, man, at that price, I'd be building plywood aquariums. Yeah. Well, plywood right now in my state is insanely expensive. Stupid expensive. Ryan Stoned on Canadian Gaming says black skirts and emperors. Emperor tetras or emperor cichlids? Probably tetras. Best indoor pond liner brand. That's out of my realm, my friend. Maybe someone in chat. Building a 4-foot by 16-foot pond in my basement fish room. Also, if I build it with bricks and it holds water, do I need a liner? So that is way out of my realm of expertise. I will say out of every video I've ever seen, they always use a pond liner, even with cement. So that's about all I can tell you. I would find every video on YouTube of someone who has built an indoor pond and watch every single video on YouTube. Nicholas says, my Pogostemum stellatus octopus from Corey is growing like a weed. All my fish love to swim through it. Yeah, that is one of my go-to plants. It is such an easy plant to grow and one of the fastest growing plants, I swear. Forget about wisteria, water sprite, all the floating plants. That stellatus octopus, man, it really goes. When it's happy, you're going to be trimming a lot. Still cheaper than a 10-gallon in Australia. Yeah, that's like the new thing. Like, man, this Fluval 3.0 is $200, but it's still cheaper than a 10-gallon tank in Australia. That's like the new way to justify every single purchase, right? Like I just spent $280 on a new tent, but that's still cheaper than a 20-gallon tank in Australia. So, you know. Can I keep Satinoperca Damon in a 40-gallon breeder? That's cutting it pretty. I wouldn't do it. Myself. Plans for carpet, no CO2. Okay, I've answered this like twice so far. So pay attention. Dwarf hairgrass or micro chain sword. There you go. Let's see. That tank belongs to Rio Watanabe. That is correct. Michael says, new to your channel, just subbed. Is that live feed in your aquarium? Nope. This is a video on loop that belongs to a really awesome YouTuber named Rio Watanabe, which is right there below your comment. So yeah, if you want to learn about this planet tank and just a ton of more awesome planet tanks, yeah, look him up on YouTube. You'll probably unsubscribe from my channel to subscribe to his channel because it's that good, but totally worth it. Did you see our native Nate Robinson go to sleep? Has he woken up yet? That was insane. To be honest, I need to get more plants for my tanks. I miss live plants. Haven't had any since I moved into the apartment. How can you not have live plants, my friend? Edward says, it's always nice to join your live streams. Thanks for the content. Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Getting rid of BBA on some new bulbitis plants. I've been saying it all night. Hydrogen peroxide is, so depending on like your situation, but if it was a new plant that I was bringing, I got it from another, I got it from a store or a hobbyist, and there was some blackbeard algae, I would actually just spray it with hydrogen peroxide, let it sit for like a second and then rinse it off or dip it in water. And yep, The BBA will turn red the next day, and then it'll be gone the day after. It's that easy. Leslie's Aquatics says, guess what? I went to change some tank water and found my bristlenose pleco sitting on babies in his cave. I've had them for years, and this is the first time they've hatched. Well, there you go. Congratulations. It's always exciting. Always. I'm going to have some longfin bristlenose, green dragon, fry by probably next spring. They're already in their caves. Pretty awesome. Candy linking the shelter drive. Yes, if you're looking on that wish list, puppy food. Puppy food. I've been led to believe these horned neorites I'm getting will eat BBA. We shall see. That's what the rumor is. Mine have never eaten it, but a lot of people swear by it. I don't know. I think I'm just cursed. Like, my Siamese algae eaters never eat BBA, but everyone says they'll eat BBA. And I'm like, not mine. All right. At what point do you remove the baby plants from rose sword plant? Ooh. So I would probably do it as soon as they have just like a couple inches of roots. I would cut them off and replant them. Got scissors over here poking me in the elbow. Put you over here. Dwarf pygmy, probably 1-to-1. What? Missed that one. For a simple low budget light, I use JCMP Aquarium Light, and it's USA and Canadian UL certified, made in North America, better than Night Crew. Well, if it's UL certified, I will say it is better. But for rain, I bet Australia. Actually, I don't know. You think Australia has cheap rainbow fish? I feel like I want to say, yeah, of course they'd be cheap. But then, like, some U.S. native fish are really expensive. So, I don't know. What the internet says is always right. I mean, according to some people, that's certainly the case. Cody says, I'm out of work for 8 weeks, so I might try to do some trades to get some plants. There you go. There's a lot of trading in the plant world. Definitely. That's a big thing in the plant world. What is the ratio of unicorns to leprechauns? I don't know. The same as a Stanley nickel to a Schrute buck. What is the ratio of hydrogen peroxide to water mixed you use when you're spraying directly in the tank? So I do not spray directly in the tank. That's going to be absolutely useless. All right. As soon as, it's almost instant. It's not instant, but it's absolutely useless. So if your plants are in the tank, you actually have to take a pipette and spot treat it. All right. Otherwise, you have to take it out and spray it with hydrogen peroxide. You just can't, it's not like you can't just take like a water bottle and just squirt it in the tank. That's going to do nothing because it's going to dissolve almost instantly. And that's the process of it dissolving to oxygen is what kills the BBA. So that's why you have to spot treat it. Rainbows in Australia, $5, 10-gallon tanks on the other hand. Yeah. Oh, man. Reese says with the upcoming potential shipping delays, there's been delays. It's not upcoming. They're already, and it's been going on for like a month, at least, probably 2 months. With the upcoming potential shipping delays due to the holidays and everyone ordering online, is it wise for me to stock up on my 20-gallon with plants right now? I would never be concerned about buying plants as long as they're being shipped priority. Because even with delays, like priority is normally 2 days. And if you're lucky, it'll still be 2 days. But a lot of it is like 5 days and sometimes longer. But plants can last a long time in the mail. So I would probably still order. I would definitely order now before, like the week before or the week of Christmas. That's going to be horrible. So I would do it now. I would do it next week. But the week after, I probably wouldn't order again until, I don't know, live plants. I don't know. Second week of January. I don't know. Jake says, I've got a 20. Oh, and then he deleted his comment. Well, all right. Any recommendation for diatom issues? I've got 4 tanks with this crazy brown algae. Please help. Auto sinkless. Snails, bushy nose plecos, love it. They love it. You could put one bushy nose pleco would clear a 20-gallon tank in like one night. They are workhorses. Plants, heat packs. Yep. I mean, I know, like the co-op will ship plants with heat packs. So yeah, they need heat packs. Will driftwood tint the water? Yes. Unless it's already cured, then no. All right. The live plants at Pet Supplies Plus was covered in BBA when I was there today. That's unfortunate for them. I would never buy a plant with BBA, ever. From a pet shop. I know a guy who bought all American native killifish he could get on auction here in Europe, since they are protected in local habitats and forbidden to catch in the U.S. Seems like someone's trying to corner the market. I have 20 in a 20-gallon demand. Okay. Any stocking ideas to accompany an angelfish in a 40-gallon with angels? They're pairing off, so I need something that can take the aggression from pairing fish. Rainbowfish. I would do dwarf neon rainbowfish. They'll do just fine. They're fast enough and smart enough to stay away from the angels. You'll probably, no matter what you get, you'll probably get this. Like if the angelfish are pairing off over here, everything else will just stay on the other side of the tank. Like they'll figure it out. They know. Where do you recommend buying plants? Also, I just checked out your site, all sold out. Yes, because I'm no longer shipping. There's still some stuff in stock that I forgot to remove from inventory, but I'm done shipping for the rest of the year. And I don't know when I'm going to open back up. It depends on the weather. So this year, January, I think I opened up the 3rd week of January. So yeah, it really depends on the weather. But yeah, so everything should be out of stock on my website. Yeah, because after this week I'm no longer shipping, and today actually was my last day shipping, and I am so glad because the post office is a nightmare right now. I mean, the last 3 weeks there's been line of cars out onto the road and down the street, and I actually have to park at a business next door and walk over, or otherwise I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. Although I will say I get the greatest satisfaction because the line, so the car line is out into the street, but the line to actually talk to someone is out the door as well. I mean, there's just so many people. I don't know what they're doing, but I don't know. They're at the post office, but it's just, I just walk right past them. I walk right up to the counter. I drop off my fish on the counter and I walk right out. I don't have to talk to anyone. I don't have to do anything. And, if I wasn't wearing a mask, they'd all see me smirking at them. And it's like, prepay your postage, folks. And you don't got to stand for 2 hours in line. And so I do get some satisfaction there, I'm a simple guy. That makes me happy. Do you recommend cichlids for 40-gallon that are not too small and are not angels? Do you recommend? There's lots of cichlids that can go in a 40-gallon. Lots. Hundreds. Thousands. Do you think threadfin rainbows would be okay with a Shodontai puffer and a 40-gallon breeder? Oh, yeah. Yep. Can we get to 300 likes? What are we at? Oh, 256. There we go. Updated. Ooh, 44. I feel like that's a lot to ask, but let's do it. Can we get to 300? We have 350 people here. Most who have probably already hit the like, but let's see. How big is the tank behind you? Oh, I never remember that. 38 gallons, 48 gallons, 48 gallons, I think. It's a 60p, so it's 60 centimeters. I don't know. I don't know. What postage software or app do you use? I mean, it does it all automatically through my website. So it's through Shopify. You get a bulk discount for Shopify, so I do get it shipping a little bit cheaper, but it's not like a significant discount. So, well, I don't ship flat rate, so can't really give an example, but it's probably like 20% off ish, I guess. Epistos. Are you asking me, Owen, to recommend some? Do you recommend? So yeah, you're probably asking me to recommend Epistos. Epistogrammas all the way. Epistos. Or you can look into Lake Tanganyikan cichlids. Most of those are pretty small. Which is ironic because they do have the largest cichlid in the world, but still. It has a footprint similar to a 40 breeder. There you go. There you go. Curtis Schindler, how have I gone an hour and a half and not talked about my outdoor channel? There you go. Linking the Get Outdoors channel. I highly recommend you go over and check that out. The next video that's dropping on that channel is going to have Corey from Aquarium Co-op. He actually came camping with us. And there was first of all, we had some really amazing weather. I mean, it was like hot out. It was crazy. I forgot my sleeping bag. Pretty stupid, but you know, I always forget something. It's the first time I forgot something that important, but so yeah, it was just a fun time. We've already got our next trip planned, and yeah, so go over to Get Outdoors and subscribe. Even if you don't watch the videos, which you should, because Jimmy edits them, so you know they're gold. You know they're magical. 294 likes, just 6 more. Just 6 more. Stream so nice, I liked it twice, says Bob Vance of Vance Refrigeration. Hal says, I give up. Well, isn't that ironic? It is always the comment of someone giving up that I see and not the question. So let's, Mr. Hal, scroll up here. Can you speed up coral rock cure time? I have no idea what that means. So I apologize. Cure time, coral rock. Is that like a saltwater thing? I don't do saltwater. So coral rock cure time. Like I'm trying to even think. Like, obviously, there's, like, a cure time for wood if you're talking about, like, tannins. Well, yeah, I apologize. That question confuses me. I don't know. I went camping this year, and we drove 6 hours into the mountains, and I forgot my bag with all my clothes, and I wore a T-shirt and jeans. It was cold. I always forget something. Always. Usually, it's my chair. But, yeah. Alex says, Bob does a great job of answering questions. Yeah, Hal. Yeah, sorry, Hal. This is a freshwater channel, not a saltwater. Saltwater, my friend. Yeah. Gosh, I can't even, like, I've done one saltwater tank in my life. So, there you go. I'm sorry. You've probably been asking that for, like, the last hour and a half. And I failed you big time. I apologize. But, oh, man. That was a big fail on my part. So I wish I would have saw your question like an hour ago, my friend. Hey Bob, will you check your email pretty please? All right. I got my email open. I got an email from Tiffany White. And oh, here we go. I just had to refresh. Maybe. That's, you know, usually a service I offer to members. No, I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. Can you speed up the cure time for live dry rock? Oh, and then you even super chatted after I said I don't know. Oh my gosh. Or maybe you did that before and I missed it. Oh no, there it is. Ugh. Now I feel like a giant douche. If there was a refund option, I would be using a refund option right now. Oh my gosh. So apparently mains, tails, ferns, and fins will be live streaming after me. So I get done at 7 and you can hop on over there. I usually forget my backup batteries for my camera when I camp. Oh, man. This whole cured rock thing. Let's Google it. Let's Google it. See what happens. I don't know. I don't know. Anything I find is not going to be reliable at all. Holy smokes, 3 months? I'm not even going to try. I'm sorry, but I can't even try. I don't know anything. I don't know about it at all. Jeez. Zebra autosynchronous available in the US. Not very often, but I have seen them. I used to have them. So yeah, they're available. They're kind of rare, but yep. You're fired. Well, that'll happen. I made my idea of roughing it, staying in a hotel without room service. Oof. Boy, that's rough. Main's Tales Ferns and Fence says, I was a member, but the winters for me are bad. But when, oh, I'm totally kidding. No. I'm totally kidding. I knew you. I know you're a member. You're a supporter. You've been here. You've been around for a long time. That's why I was kidding. But I was kidding. Really kidding. Hal says, another $5 super chat. Not your fault. This is fresh water. Whew. You must be switching to fresh water, and all the money you're saving going from salt to fresh is now funding these super chats, right? That's what I think anyways. Can a betta live with white cloud minnows in a 10-gallon with a few endlers? It really depends on the betta. I've had bettas that do well with other fish, and I've had bettas that get angry and kill other fish. So it's really just one of those things. You got to try it, and hopefully you get a friendly betta. You can speed up the curing of... Okay, here we got something. You can speed up the curing of live rock by curing it with previously established live rock. So, this might be a dumb question. Curing live rock is basically the beneficial bacteria of salt water. Is that pretty much, correct? But you also risk the chance of getting hitchhiker creatures that you may not want in your aquarium. That's what it sounds like to me. Favorite cold water fish, rainbow shiners. And I'm going to say cool water, not cold. They're not living down in Antarctica, even though it's warm down there. Just kidding. Calm down. Rainbow shiners. Love that fish. Love it. Mitch says, so it's like seeding bacteria. Yeah, okay. Now we're on board. Joel says, just blow on the live rock. All right. Tiffany White with the $10 super chat. Thanks for helping with my fish shipping questions. You're awesome for helping the shelter animals. Thank you. Yep. I don't know. I was looking at something else. Sorry, Tiffany. But yes, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. I'm pretty sure I saw those zebra on the wet spot recently. Yeah, I guess that's probably going to be the best place to look is the wet spot tropical fish in Portland. But do not Google the wet spot. Google the wet spot tropical fish. That tropical fish is a very important factor when you're Googling. Bob, gold and silver are popping off again. Get long. Oh, duh. Do you see that? You see that blackberry, my friend? Blackberry. Spit help cultivate live bacteria on your rocks. Okay. Let's not get crazy now. Wa Chen Yu says, almost missed my favorite live stream. I hope I pronounced that right. Glad to see you. Mr. Steenfott, is your hairy puffer active or boring when not eating? It's a combination of boring and active. Like, it'll go 2 days without moving, and then on the third day, it does nothing but swim around. Then it'll go 3 days without moving, and then it'll go 2 days of swimming around. And then it'll go 1 day without moving. I don't know what it is, but it's either moving all the time or it's just sitting all the time. So I will say it is not the most active fish but it's definitely not like the Congo puffer or some other ambush puffers. They're definitely more active than that. The other thing to consider is they're way cooler looking too. So yeah, it may just be sitting in one spot, but at least it's pretty awesome to look at. Steenfott, what number are you thinking? 162. 162. That's the number I'm thinking. I don't know for what, but please talk about Colombian red blue tetras. Jerry, I will gladly talk about the Colombian red and blue tetra. I think it's very underrated. I like that it's a bigger body tetra. They get way bigger than people think. And they have a really nice blue sheen, like their entire body when they're happy will be, you really need like a good light, like a good RGB light, but you'll see the really nice sheen, and then their fins are red, kind of like a Praecox rainbowfish, right? The blue body with the red fins. And they get like that round shape, like a bleeding heart tetra. And they're really cool. They school really well. And yeah. Instructions not clear. The wet spot doesn't have fish. I ordered a spotted Congo puffer from Wet Pets. Should be here Wednesday. Holy smokes, Rach. I don't even want to know how much that was. Whew. The wet spot can smell like fish though. Yeah, I've actually been there. It's not too bad. I've only been there. I think I've been there twice. So I've been to their retail facility twice and their wholesale facility once. It's not too bad for a pet store. Need a new hatchet for camping. What do you suggest? Oh, Alex, I need one too. I've not found a good one. I cannot suggest. I don't know if if Jimmy is here. He has a really good axe. And if you watch our evacuate video, he says the brand name. I don't remember what brand it is, but that one's really good. It's way better than mine, like way better. I thought mine was going to be good when I bought it, but mine kind of sucks. So yeah, the evacuate video on Get Outdoors. Jimmy says what brand it is, or I could just message him right now. Probably won't answer though, but I'll message him. Jimmy, what brand is your axe? Okay. Question mark. All right. I'm back. Are you related to Corey? No, not that I know of. I put SAEs in my Java Moss tank to eat their hair algae, and they ate my Java Moss instead. Whew. I feel like that's something that would happen to me, because my SAEs have never eaten blackbeard algae. So, he actually read that all out loud. Yep. And another good one is Fiskars. Oh, wait. Danny Does Life says I have an amazing axe. All right. Thank you. Michael Wall says Fiskars. SOG hatchets. SOG hatchets. SOG. My axe is made in Sweden. All right. Tank mates for 3 goldfish in a 55 gallon. And how many fish can I put with them? Oof. I would probably do like peppered Corridoras because they can stay cooler like your goldfish would want. And you could probably do like a dozen of them. Probably. SOG hatchet. There you go. Started my first tank 1.5 months ago. 40 breeder. Got like 30 plants. They doing good, but got 8 autos and they only lasted a week. This is what we talked about earlier, right? Tried wafers and veggies, but they wouldn't eat. So yeah, the thing is with autos, Chris, is that you want to wait a very long time. We actually talked about this earlier. Auto sinklets do well in really old, established, seasoned tanks where there's lots of like biofilm and algae, because algae wafers, they usually don't go for them. Some of them will, but yeah, you really want like a good 6 months into your tank before you do autos. How many mbuna in a 90-gallon to minimize bullying? I would probably do around 18 at least 18. Bob, you think a 40 breeder would be okay for 4 electric blue Acaras? I know what the interweb says, but I'm curious what you think. If there was lots of hardscape and lots of plants, things that would offer lots of line of sight breaks, then you could probably get away with it. Yeah. Do you recommend medicating my first tank before introducing new fish in a planted tank? I wouldn't. I don't like medicating unless there's actually something to medicate. What else we got going on here? Like Eastwig, they aren't the lightest X. I know Fisker. Oh, let's see. Has Jimmy answered yet? No, of course not. Of course not. He's probably editing our last camping video, hopefully. RJL says autos need leaf litter. Yeah. Oh yes. Catappa leaves. Yeah, we talked about that too. Can you increase the salt to 1? Oh, you can increase the salt to 1 tablespoon per 2 gallons. Driftwood. Oh, you're helping someone else. Well, thank you, Candy. I appreciate it. Should have stated I'm in Canada and can't get that med. Oh yeah. Yep. You're limited to salt. Excuse me. Holy smokes, Flynn's Fish Forum is here. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Would a planted 75-gallon work for 3 Senegal bikers? Bickers? Oh yeah. Plenty of space. That would be just about perfect for 3 of them. Maybe even 4. Some Swedish special steel products mixes are a great export for us here. Don't know if that includes the Fiskers though. All right. Could I get away with other tank mates? Oh yeah. So with the Senegal biker, you just want to make sure that you're getting stuff that doesn't fit in its mouth. So they're not the fastest predators in the world, but at night when the fish, they kind of sink to the bottom, they try to sleep. That's when the bikers will pick them off. So just get stuff that doesn't fit in their mouth, like the Colombian red and blue tetra. Gets plenty big enough. Flynn's Fish Forum says, all I want to know is when the borders open up, can we go for brisk? I'm assuming you mean brisket and not like a brisk walk. Absolutely. Get the whole gang together and go get some brisket. Candy linking my Shelter Drive Amazon wish list. Don't forget, you got 8 minutes to join the channel, and every membership is getting matched with a donation to the shelter of equal amount. So thank you to all who have become members. I really do appreciate it. I lost count, but I think we're at 18-ish. I think. Can I keep a Pistos and Rams, other centerpiece fish together in a 20-gallon? No. I would not keep a Pistos and Rams in a 20-gallon. I would keep one or the other. Did he miss yours, multi-hijacker? I think YouTube Super Chat's notification isn't working. Uh-oh, let's take a look. Oh, here we go. Multi-hijacker, I did miss it. $5, I'm sorry. Okay, Bob, riddle me this. Why are there no freshwater octopus? They will venture on land, but not brackish or freshwater. I don't know. Maybe they like salt. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you just wasted $5 asking me that. I don't know. No freshwater cephalopods, huh? I was trying to come up with like some, something that sounded smart, but I can't because I'm not smart. Casval says, been lurking. The Est Wing hatchet is really good. Bang for the buck. But the Grands Fours Brux Wildlife hatchet is awesome. Okay. That was a lot to say. I'm just going to Google it. Whew, $150. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's out of my wheelhouse. Jacob Stockton says, how do I join the channel? There should be a join button somewhere, except I don't think it is if it's on iPhones. I don't know. But there should be a join button somewhere. I'm still trying to think of a clever answer of why there's no freshwater octopi. And John Larson says octopus are aliens from another planet, therefore they need sodium to survive. I don't know. They are crazy animals, though. Katie Mitchell, hey, welcome to the Dream Team. Katie, glad to have you on board. Another number 19. One more for 20. Can we make it an even 20? It's for the shelter. I don't ask for much, but I do ask for the shelter. Bob, you're smart, or at least good at pretending. I am a great actor, my friend. A great actor. Kathleen, lucky number 11, number 20. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I really just can't wait to take this truckload of supplies. All of you have been amazing with, everyone who's donated, everyone who's hung out, shared, commented. It all helps out. I'm so appreciative. Man. It's very humbling. I appreciate it. Cephalopods found in all oceans of Earth. None of them can tolerate fresh water but the brief squid. Found in Chesapeake Bay, it is notable partial exception that tolerates brackish water. Okay, what's a weirder animal? Squid or octopi? Octopus. Also, what's a weirder word? Octopi or octopus? We are definitely in that weird section of the live stream. Jacob Stockton and Brian Glynn, you have now tied the record for most members in one stream. That is 22. That is an additional $110 in addition to the 5 that you just donated. So thank you. Yep, that's number 22. Tied the record. I don't know. Thank you all. I don't even know what to say. Thanks. Cuttlefish is the weirdest fish. I think the blobfish is the weirdest fish, but I think cuttlefish are kind of cool personally. Those green berets, they're real bad. Rambo First Blood. Who needs a hatchet when you have a big knife? I do have the knife of Rambo. I do have that. Brian says, love this channel. Keep it up. Thank you. Yeah, it's just an honor that you guys would do this for me. I really do appreciate it. And I can't say enough. Mickham says, pelvic chromis species, aka cribs, are pretty good first-time cichlids, but not in very small tanks. Yeah, you can. You can breed them in like 20 longs. I bred pelvic chromis maliwe, and in a 20 long, that was pretty cool. The red cribensis bred in a 20 long, but yeah, only two, male and female. Pepland Creek Aquatics says, welcome. Oh, I'm so distraught right now. Number 23, Pepland Aquatics, welcome. And Blake's Aquatics, welcome. Why does it say that? Welcome to join the Steen. So it's not me that's stupid. It's the wording that's stupid. Welcome to join the Steen Dream. I don't even pick that it says that. That doesn't even make sense. How have I never noticed that before? Welcome to join. Here I'm thinking it's me the whole time. Yeah. Don't lie. Your favorite fish is the Oscar. No, not even close. After watching Coral 12G shared his octopus and it was hilarious. He hasn't killed it yet. I thought he killed it. I might be wrong. I was able to see baby cuttlefish at Epcot. So cool. I'm glad I have them on video. And Rach says, don't forget to hit the like button. You got 2 minutes to hit that like button. Maybe longer. I don't know. Oh, shoot. 319 likes. Okay. I'm going to count this down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yep, 23. That's the record breaker. And 333 likes. Thank you, Super Chatters, members, likers, lurkers, subscribers. Love. We appreciate you all. Yep, it is true. Your membership is join the Steen Dream Team. See, that makes sense. But then it says, welcome to. Oh, so that was me. I didn't put join in there, though. I don't know. I'll have to talk to management after the stream and see what they're doing. Somebody failed. Steenfott has the hands down coolest logo in the aquarium industry. Thank you. I love my logo. I'm very fortunate. The person that designed this logo works for Harley Davidson and designs their logos. So yeah, and it was done by Lon. So I'd be really surprised if you're here, Lon, but I am forever grateful to you for this logo. I love it. And Caveman Kenny, welcome to join the Steen Dream Team. That's so stupid. Jeez. And BJ Palmer with the $15 super chat says, for the shelter critters, you're a good man, Bob Steenfott. Thank you, BJ Palmer. I appreciate it. And declare, I'm not calling Caveman Kenny stupid. I'm saying that wording, that phrasing is stupid. I don't know. How have I never noticed that? It's been like a year. Pick the ugliest dog in the place and walk him twice for me. That's honestly usually me. There's also a dog that's been there for almost 3 years, and we always take that one out at least twice. I couldn't imagine being locked up for 3 years. Oh, it's got to be the worst. Would silver tip tetras outcompete should Congo spotted puffers for food? It really depends on how much you're feeding, what you're feeding. But if you're feeding them snails or clams, then no. And you should be feeding them clams so they can grind down their teeth. It's amazing with silver champion Stephanie Dominguez. Welcome to join Steen Dream Team. Trish, thank you for joining, Stephanie. I really do appreciate it. And Trish says 3 years. It's like 2.5 years. So the issue is that it was a what's the deal? I don't want to say this. The owner was arrested and the case has been in litigation for years, and so until that case is over, we can't do anything to the dog or with the dog. Like they can't adopt it out. They can't give it back until, yeah. So essentially, like, it's just whatever happened. I have no idea. It's been in trial for like years, and yeah, there's no end in sight, but it's terrible. And it's the coolest dog ever. So yeah, she's kind of become the kennel mascot. My octopus teacher. Okay. BM3 Aquatics says, my octopus teacher, fantastic documentary on Netflix. So I don't have Netflix, but I have watched a lot of clips on YouTube about the octopus teacher. And I would say if you have Netflix, definitely watch it because it is really, 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 really cool. Really amazing. Yep, the octopus teacher. Check it out on Netflix if you have it. I do not. I just had 2 separate Golden Wonder Killie die mysteriously in 2 different tanks less than 24 hours apart. Should I worry about my third and yet a different tank, or is just freaky chances? I don't think we know yet. So here's a real question, Brian. Even if you did know, is there anything you could do about it? Like what could you do if you could do something about it? Do you just treat it? Do you water change? That's the real question. And it could just be a coincidence. You don't know. That's one of the things about fish keeping. I wish I had some better advice for you, but I don't think I would be worried about it. If there's other fish in the tank and everything else is fine, you know, everything tests fine, you definitely want to test. I would test. I've been caught not testing myself. You know, I get a little cocky sometimes and I just assume, but always test. If everything tests out fine and there's other fish that are just fine, I probably wouldn't worry. You guys don't foster dogs to home? Yes, we do. And you know, I fostered a dog for like 4 months and then I just said, it's mine. I'm not giving it back. But because it's tied up in litigation, we can't foster it out. So yeah. Unfortunately, them's the rules. Your top place to buy Shellies. Ooh, probably, I'll just give you the website. It's called cichlidlovers.com, which is kind of a weird name, but yeah. So this website is ran by a gentleman named Alan, and he does bring in some stuff, but a lot of this stuff is captive bred. There you go, cichlidlovers.com. He also will only ship air cargo. So if you're not buying airport, then you're SOL. But all the cichlids here, he's a really good guy. Yeah, really good operation. I bought almost all my African cichlids from this guy. All my Lake Tanganyikan African cichlids, I should clarify. And yeah, like I said, a really nice guy, really good at what he does. And usually air cargo is cheaper than next day in a lot of cases anyways. Brian says, everything tests fine. Yeah, if everything tests fine, I probably wouldn't worry about it. But all right, that's going to do it for tonight. We have so many people to thank. Holy smokes. Just going to start at the top, and I'm just going to roll through everyone. Fish Tank Barn, Roxanne, Carol, Michael, John, Zelf, Xanadu, Rach, Carolyn, Mike's Aquatics and Things, Benjamin, Crystal, Dave, Dakota, Cody, Regina, Norm, Cloven, Bonnie, Malta Hijacker, Norm, Cloven again, Aquarium Co-op, Christian, Rach, Melissa, L, Churchill, Norm, Cloven again, Fishless Clive, Fish Room Fever, Michael, Sandra, Alex, Andrew, Rescue Dog Treats, Norin McCloven again, Christian, Pleasantly Planted Waters, Fishless, Marion, Hal, Tiffany, Malta Hijacker, Katie, Kathleen, Jacob, Brian, Peplin, Blake's Aquatics, Caveman Kenny. That must be new. Caveman Kenny, welcome. BJ Palmer, $15 for the shelter. Is that one new? And Stephanie Dominguez. Wait a minute. Are we getting new ones while I'm reading this off? Or is that just not a thing? Now I'm really confused. Well, I'm just going to thank you anyways. Stephanie, BJ Palmer, and Caveman Kenny at the last minute. At least that's what it's telling me. And I want to thank everyone again who just comes to these streams and supports, even if you just lurk, if you never hit thumbs up, if you never comment. I'm still very appreciative. All the mods for everything you guys do. And definitely for everyone helping me out. Again, I know I've already asked a lot, but we do have that Amazon wish list. So, and again, also for the people that rewatch this for the rest of the week, all members will be matched as well if you join after this stream. So thank you, everyone. I really do appreciate it. It means so much to me, and you guys have made me so happy. I can't even convey it. So I'm just going to end it because I really don't know what to say. So thank you, Jeff. Thank you for joining, and I'll